some of what I've heard coming out of Wisconsin, where you're just making it harder for public employees to collectively bargain generally, seems like more of an assault on unions.
I met the White House a couple of times. Okay. 2-3 times. I have conversations every day.
This governor is trying to rule through confrontation. Everyone is willing to compromise. Everyone is willing to discuss. And I applaud the actions of the Wisconsin senators who have left the state.
She is giving me a doctor's note in case I need it to keep my job. Instead of calling the clinic, she's standing here taking her time, donating her time, I'm sure, to give people the tools that they need to keep on working.
Why does the governor pick on the unions that didn't endorse him in the last campaign but give a free ride to the firefighters and the cops who did in the localities? Why do they get off and be allowed to continue to negotiate collectively?
We are here writing doctor's notes to support our public employees who have been mentally anguished and distressed this last week and needed to be out here for their mental health.
Despite what some among us would like to believe, it is not because we care about children, and it is not because we have a vision of a great public school for every child. NEA and its affiliates are effective advocates because we have power. And we have power because there are more than 3.2 million people who are willing to pay us hundreds of millions of dollars in dues each year because they believe that we are the unions that can most effectively represent them, the unions that can protect their rights and advance their interests as education employees.
I'm proud to be here with people who understand that it's more than just sending an email that gets you going. Every once in a while, you got to get out on the streets and get a little bloody when necessary.
We're a group of doctors representing ourselves, not necessarily our workplaces, providing work excuses for teachers or other union members who need them.
And when you mess with the union, you're messing with God's people. You mess with working people and working families, and when you start cutting and taking things from working families, you create a problem for yourself. So today we come today to say to those who think that they can cut back, amen, we gonna fight back.
The president's personal view on same-sex marriage, that is distinct from this legal decision. The administration will not defend the Defense of Marriage Act in the Second Circuit. Furthermore, the president directed the Attorney General not to defend, because of the decision that it's not constitutional, defend the Defense of Marriage Act in any other circuit. He's grappling with the issue, but again, I want to make the distinction between his personal views and the legal issue, the legal decision that was made today.
Look, I think the people in the Tea Party are very decent people, hardworking. They've been hit by a force that comes from somewhere which they can't fully understand, and they are being misled. And they are misled by people who are using it for their selfish purposes, and they are being used.
I think it's short-sighted to cut funding for implementation of the health care reform law, because that law, which brings about 34 million more people into the health care equation, what we're talking about is about 4 million new jobs.
Public employees, they're our neighbors. They're our friends. These are folks who are teachers, and they're firefighters, and they're social workers, and they're police officers. You know, they make a lot of sacrifices and make a big contribution, and I think it's important not to vilify them or to suggest that somehow all these budget problems are due to public employees.